Dodge is certainly as all-American a car manufacturer as it gets, and its automotive legacy includes iconic models like the Charger, Challenger, and Dart GTS. Here are 15 of the most incredible, yet often forgotten vehicles ever produced. 15. 1989 Dodge Shelby Dakota. In 1989, Dodge revisited its winning formula from the groundbreaking Lil Red Express with the debut of the mid-size Dakota, in collaboration with legendary automotive designer Carroll Shelby. This collaboration birthed the limited edition muscle truck known as the Shelby Dakota. It was a significant milestone for Shelby, marking his first rear-wheel drive vehicle in over 2 decades and his inaugural venture into the pickup truck domain. Only 1,500 units were ever produced, ensuring their status as coveted collectibles today. Interestingly, there exists a vibrant community of 1989 Shelby Dakota owners on Facebook, boasting a membership of over 2,000 enthusiasts. The heart of the Shelby Dakota lay in its swap from a V6 to a V8 engine. This transformation marked Shelby's first foray into V8 power under the Shelby brand. But beyond its powerful engine, the truck sported other distinctive visual upgrades, highlighted by a striking 2-tone paint scheme. Needless to say, each truck underwent meticulous modification at Shelby's California facility, cementing its status as the apex performance truck of its era. Despite its brief production span, the Shelby Dakota remains a hidden gem in Dodge's storied history, embodying the innovative spirit shared between Dodge and Carroll Shelby. 14. 1978 Dodge Magnum XE. Introduced as a replacement for the Charger Daytona, the Dodge Magnum quickly made a name for itself with its impressive performance and bold design. It was available in 2 trims, the XE and the GT, and the 1978 Magnum was originally built for double duty, serving as both a muscle car and a NASCAR contender. It wasn't just a sporty coupe, it was Dodge's meanest performance car of the time. Though intended as a successor to the popular Charger Daytona, the Magnum was only produced for 2 years, making it a relatively rare and collectible car among muscle car enthusiasts. Under the hood, it featured a V8 engine, allowing it to reach respectable speeds. Its exterior design, characterized by a shovel-nosed front, sloping rectangular headlights, and a subtly designed grille, combined muscular and elongated silhouettes with broad shoulders, giving it a commanding presence on the road. So for enthusiasts, it was a catch, in a manner of speaking. Fast forward to 2025, the Magnum name is set to make a comeback as a Dodge SUV, poised to challenge luxury models like the Mercedes-Benz EQS. This new iteration of the Magnum will capture the spirit of its predecessor while embracing contemporary advancements, ensuring it remains a memorable and influential name in Dodge's lineup. 13. 1960 Dodge Matador. The Dodge Matador enjoyed a brief yet memorable stint in the 1960s, capturing consumer interest despite being offered for only a single year due to poor sales. Introduced as a mid-range full-size car, it featured some space-age elements that set it apart. The 1960 Dodge Matador and its close cousin boasted innovative features for the time, including push-button controls and a speedometer that looked like a windshield wiper in action. These unique design elements were also suggestive of Dodge's commitment to innovative styling during that era, and they served to give the cars that futuristic feel. As the base model for Dodge's lineup, the Matador was available in various body styles, including a 4-door sedan, wagon, coupe, and convertible. And its production run only managed to get to as many as 4 figures before Dodge discontinued the Matador and shifted focus to the more upscale Polara, which remained a staple in their lineup. But while being priced at $2,900, the Matador did not achieve long-term success. However, its legacy lives on among enthusiasts who appreciate its distinctive charm, making it a rare and unique car for collectors today. 12. 1955 Dodge LEFF. During the 1950s economic boom, consumers were eager to spend their hard-earned money, prompting car manufacturers to explore new market niches. Detroit automakers, recognizing the changing role of women who were moving beyond traditional roles, responded with innovative models like the Dodge LeFemme. Marketed as the first car designed specifically for women, the LeFemme featured a two-tone pink and white color scheme and a rosebud-patterned interior, embodying a stylish and feminine aesthetic. It also included accessories such as a matching purse, cigarette lighter, and lipstick case, further appealing to its target audience. However, the car's features were based on what men thought women wanted, rather than what women actually needed or desired from a car. Despite its unique concept and design, the LeFemme did not achieve commercial success, with only about 1,500 units sold before production ended in 1956. Nonetheless, the LeFemme remains a notable example of how 1950s automakers experimented with new ideas, even if they didn't always hit the mark. 11. 1948 Dodge Wayfarer Roadster. The Dodge Wayfarer was a versatile vehicle offered in various forms, including a 6-passenger sedan, a 3-passenger coupe, and a 2-door roadster, reflecting Dodge's commitment to innovation and variety in the late 1940s and early 1950s. And as a post-war pioneer, its emergence marked a return to open-air driving experiences after the war. Although a trendsetter, the Wayfarer wasn't a long-term hit. Production only lasted for 3 years, from 1949 to 1951, with a total of around 9,325 cars built, making them quite rare today. Despite the limited production, the Wayfarer's design is considered unique and even a bit unusual for Dodge. Priced at $1,727, the Wayfarer was particularly notable for its removable windows, which were later updated to roll-up windows in subsequent models. 10. 1962 Dodge Dart. In 1962, the Dodge Dart made a significant impact on the automotive landscape with its bold, distinctive design and impressive performance capabilities. This model year was particularly notable for the Dart's sharp angles, wide stance, and unique grille featuring headlights at different heights. These design details made it stand out from its competitors and gave it a polarizing, yet unmistakable presence. One of the most remarkable aspects of the 1962 Dart was its unexpected foray into the muscle car territory. With an improved engine under the hood, the Dart could rival some of the best sports cars of the era, solidifying Dodge's reputation for high-performance engineering. The 1962 Dodge Dart came in several body styles, including 2-door and 4-door sedans, hardtops, and convertibles, offering a variety of options for consumers. Its interior was designed with both comfort and style in mind, featuring high-quality materials and a driver-focused layout. Despite the turbulence in Dodge's design philosophy during the early 1960s, the engineering advancements of the 1962 Dart laid a strong foundation for the brand's future successes. The Dart's combination of innovative design, powerful performance, and advanced transmission technology made it a standout model in Dodge's lineup and a memorable vehicle in automotive history. 9. 1959 Dodge Silver Challenger. In 1959, Dodge released the Silver Challenger as a strategy to boost sales during the summer season. This special edition car was adorned with a unique silver paint job, hence the name. And it offered some extra features while maintaining the same price point as the regular Coronet it was based on. The Silver Challenger was also distinguished by its black Manchester fabric interior, white wall tires, and wheel covers, providing a touch of class for a budget-friendly model priced at $2,466. So the Silver Challenger was designed to provide a quick and stylish upgrade for customers opting for more affordable Dodge models. The design of the 1959 Dodge, often described as a fright dream in steel, featured a bold facade that gave the Silver Challenger a striking presence. Its distinctive styling made it an eye-catching sight on the road and in rear-view mirrors, capturing attention wherever it went. Though it was a special edition aimed at providing a stylish yet affordable option, the Silver Challenger also served as a precursor to the iconic Dodge Challenger muscle car that would debut much later, in 1970. The Silver Challenger's combination of unique design, practical features, and a glimpse into Dodge's future performance vehicles makes it a notable chapter in the brand's history. 8. 1986 Dodge Omni Shelby GLHS. The 1986 Dodge Omni Shelby GLHS had a reputation for being a sleeper. While it looked like an ordinary economy car, it packed a surprising punch with a turbocharged engine and Shelby's modifications. The GLHS was only available in 1986, making it a rare and collectible car for Dodge and Shelby enthusiasts. Its production run has an interesting backstory. By the late 1970s, Detroit's automakers were struggling to maintain their market share as affordable front-drive imports began flooding the market. Chrysler, in particular, was in dire straits and had to seek $1.5 billion in loan guarantees from the federal government. This strategic move allowed Chrysler to get a jump on the thrifty front-drive four-cylinder market, helping to turn the company around and avoid bankruptcy. Limited to just 500 units, the GLHS was, in fact, a hot-rodded version of the Omni. And despite its relative obscurity today, the Omni GLHS represents a bold chapter in Chrysler's history. Its blend of unassuming looks and impressive performance made it a standout model that continues to be celebrated by enthusiasts for its unique contributions to the muscle car field. 7. 1965 Dodge Custom 880 Wagon. In 1965, the Dodge Custom 880 Wagon emerged as Dodge's top-of-the-line wagon with a distinctive twist. Positioned just below the newly introduced, even more luxurious Dodge Monaco in the lineup, the Custom 880 was part of Dodge's strategy to fill the gap left by the downsizing of their full-sized models, which began with the 1962 model year. Despite its designation as a family car, the Custom 880 Wagon had the potential to be outfitted with much of the same muscle car equipment that had made Chrysler's offerings popular. The wagon was equipped with a new powerful engine that blended utility with capability. And although it was not typically highlighted in discussions of performance cars, this combination made the Custom 880 a fascinating example of how performance and practicality could coexist. Production figures for this wagon are not readily available, but as of July 2024, only one example is listed online, suggesting that these wagons may be rarer than other models from that era. In today's automotive landscape, the Dodge 880 stands out as a unique piece of history, reflecting a period when American automakers were innovating to merge performance with everyday utility. 6. 1972 Dodge Monaco. Some cars fade from memory not because they lacked appeal, but because they arrived at the wrong time or were overshadowed by market trends. The 1972 Dodge Monaco was one such vehicle, despite being anything but unattractive. The 1972 Monaco offered a compelling blend of comfort and muscle. It featured plush seating, elegant wood grain accents, and a range of powerful engine options. While its performance was notable, the Monaco wasn't solely focused on raw power. It also introduced innovations aimed at enhancing ride quality and cabin quietness, making it an excellent choice for cruising in style. The car sported sleek lines, hideaway headlights, and a muscular stance that positioned it as a serious contender in the luxury muscle car segment. However, the timing of the Monaco's release was unfortunate. It coincided with the decline of high-performance vehicles due to tightening regulations and shifting consumer preferences. As the automotive industry faced increasing pressures to adapt to new standards, the Monaco's potential was overshadowed by these broader changes. Despite its stylish design and capable performance, the Monaco's fate was a reflection of the industry's broader struggles during this period. Nonetheless, the Dodge Monaco remains notable for its distinctive style and substance, representing a fleeting moment when luxury and muscle combined in a uniquely memorable way. 5. 1931 Dodge Coupe. By the time the year 1931 came around, Dodge's production numbers were significantly lower compared to Ford, with Dodge building just 47,200 cars against Ford's 555,135. We had to mention the disparity because this stark difference in production highlights the challenges Dodge faced during a tumultuous period in automotive history. The 1931 model year was notable for Dodge, marked by several important firsts. For the first time, the brand was officially referred to as Dodge, dropping the "brothers" from its name. This year also saw the introduction of an overdrive transmission, as well as four-wheel hydraulic brakes. These were also innovations that predated Ford's adoption of these technologies. These advancements represented Dodge's commitment to engineering excellence and innovation even during economically challenging times. Dodge's 1931 lineup included a range of models with varying specifications, from the entry-level Series DD to the more advanced Series DG. This diverse offering showcased the brand's dedication to providing a wide range of vehicles to meet different consumer needs, even as the industry faced some cash challenges. Consequently, surviving 1931 Dodge Coupes are rare, and there isn't much information readily available about them specifically. This scarcity can be attributed to the fact that 1931 was right in the middle of the Great Depression, a time when car sales were significantly low. But by this time, Dodge had been absorbed by Chrysler Corporation, and the brand was positioned between the entry-level Plymouth and the midline DeSoto, reflecting a multi-divisional hierarchy similar to General Motors. But despite the economic difficulties of the era, the 1931 Dodge Coupe remains a fascinating chapter in automotive history. Its rarity and the innovations it featured make it a noteworthy example of Dodge's resilience and commitment to progress during one of the most challenging periods in American history. 4. 1980 Dodge Mirada. The rear-drive Dodge Mirada, along with its Chrysler siblings like the Cordoba and Imperial, emerged during a turbulent period for Chrysler Corporation, which faced severe financial difficulties. This model also represented Dodge's brief attempt to enter the high-end luxury coupe market, lasting only from 1980 to 1983. But in spite its short production run, the Mirada can be appreciated for being retro before retro was considered cool. Its design offered a nostalgic nod to the muscle car era, featuring a pseudo-muscle car version while still being a new car in 1980. The Mirada's fate, however, was sealed by a lack of marketing support, a casualty of Chrysler's ongoing revenue struggles. Despite this, the Mirada remains a standout of the era, praised for its distinctive design. Its sleek, wedge-shaped nose and smooth, uninterrupted body lines echoed the updated styling of the 1980 Chrysler Cordoba, incorporating features like a transverse torsion bar suspension with available V8 power. With only 28,633 units built in 1980, the Dodge Mirada is now a rare gem in the Mopar lineup. It marked the end of an era as the last rear-drive V8-powered coupe. But this record only lasted until the Challenger's revival in 2008. This vehicle was also the final mass-produced Mopar to carry the hot rodding legacy for a quarter century, making it a notable chapter in automotive history despite its short-lived production run. The Mirada's unique blend of retro design and modern engineering made it a fascinating, if underappreciated, model. Its place in Dodge's history is also noteworthy. Today, the Mirada is a sought-after collectible, cherished by enthusiasts who appreciate its rare combination of style and performance. 3. The 1957 Dodge Custom Royal. During the late 1950s, car culture was buzzing with enthusiasm for iconic models like the Tri-5 Chevy, the Corvette, the first Chrysler Hemi cars, and the Ford Thunderbird. Amid this excitement, Dodge sought to transform its image from a grandma's car to one that embodied a new, stylish direction with the introduction of the 1957 Dodge Custom Royal. The Custom Royal showcased a design that was longer, lower, and wider, reflecting Chrysler's bold new styling under the direction of Virgil Exner. This transformation was a hit, with over 55,000 units produced in 1957, making the Custom Royal a strong seller for Dodge. Its iconic tail fins, a hallmark of the era's optimistic and futuristic design, made it stand out with what could be described as a fin-tastic design. One of the trailblazing features of the Custom Royal was the introduction of quad headlights, a feature ahead of its time. Interestingly, quad headlights weren't yet legally approved, so the Custom Royals inboard lamps served as turn signals instead. The 1957 Dodge marked the beginning of Exner's Jet Age design era, setting the stage for future models. The quad headlights, which would only become fully legal in 1958, added to the Custom Royal's pioneering status. Despite its historical significance, the Custom Royal often remains overshadowed, even as it laid the groundwork for many of Chrysler's future design elements. No doubt, the Custom Royal's combination of style, innovation, and forward-thinking design encapsulated the spirit of the late 50s. Its role in ushering in a new era for Dodge, with elements that would influence car designs for years to come, ensures its place as a notable and influential model in the Dodge books. 2. 1975 Dodge Charger Daytona. The 1975 Dodge Charger Daytona was a notable chapter in Dodge's storied history, bringing back a name that had already made a significant impact on NASCAR's high-speed tracks. The original 1969 Dodge Charger Daytona had even achieved NASCAR's first 200-mile-per-hour lap. Its massive rear wing and sleek design were not just for show. They were functional elements that helped the car dominate on the track, firmly establishing its place in American automotive lore. By 1975, Dodge sought to capitalize on the success of the original Daytona by reintroducing the name. This version of the Charger Daytona, while perhaps not as groundbreaking as its predecessor, still carried a strong legacy. The last of these Charger Daytonas, produced from 1975 to 1978, featured solid performance engine options. However, not all iterations of the Daytona lived up to the original's iconic status. For instance, the 1981 to 1987 Dodge Charger was widely considered a disappointment and has since faded into obscurity. However, the 1975 Charger Daytona, despite its resemblance to the Cordoba, stood out for its quality and performance. Its return to a rear-drive V8 setup was a nod to the muscle car roots that enthusiasts cherished. This era of the Charger Daytona deserves recognition not just for its heritage, but for maintaining a respectable level of performance and design during a time when the automotive industry was undergoing significant changes. In retrospect, the Charger Daytona of the mid-70s might not have matched the groundbreaking achievements of its 1969 predecessor, but it still played an essential role in keeping the spirit of the muscle car alive. Its blend of heritage, performance, and distinctive styling ensures it remains a noteworthy part of Dodge's rich history. 1. 1979 Dodge Aspen. During the 1979 model year, Dodge introduced the Aspen, aiming to build on the success of the compact Dodge Dart by offering a larger, roomier vehicle. Designed as a step up from its predecessor, the Aspen featured a modern look and improved comfort, earning it Motor Trend's Car of the Year award in 1976. One particularly interesting aspect of the Aspen is its role in Chrysler's initial foray into police package vehicles, indicating it was built with toughness in mind. While it wasn't a huge seller, it found a niche among families and fleet buyers, maintaining a small but dedicated following in classic car culture today. However, well-preserved examples of the Aspen are rare, adding to its allure among collectors. Despite its promising start, the Dodge Aspen soon became infamous for being the most recalled car in American history. Nearly 1.3 million units were recalled by 1977 due to safety and corrosion problems. These recalls overshadowed the vehicle's initial acclaim, tarnishing its reputation despite its moments of success. While the Aspen and its Plymouth counterpart, the Volare, had their time in the sun, their legacy is somewhat eclipsed by these significant issues. Nevertheless, the Aspen remains a notable model in Dodge's lineup, and its role in pioneering police package vehicles and its brief period of popularity make it an intriguing subject for classic car enthusiasts and automotive historians alike.